I'm actually so pissed. I accidentally started recording over my New Year's message, and then I deleted the whole message, so I have to re-record it, and oh my god. Anyway, Happy New Year. I actually had a good year this year. I really wanted to use a face cam, but like privacy and stuff. Anyway, I like these because I can kind of hear myself getting older in each message, you know, from my voice, but it would be cooler to see that in my face because my face is like, I'm extremely baby-faced, so seeing any signs of aging is always a good thing for me. I've got notes this year because I don't want to get to the 30-minute mark. Anyway, I have tried and failed multiple times to get a paying job, mostly because I've been picky. I refuse to get a job that requires any kind of handling of food, and I'm only looking at sales assistant roles, and I'm specifically only really looking at sales assistant roles in CEX. So, you know, there's always like a number of CEXs everywhere you go in the UK. So that's not actually hypothetically too bad, because I can always, if I can't get to my local branch, I can always just commute to another local branch. But I don't need a job though, because I'm only 17, and one of my friends seems to believe I do need a job. I think it's because, like, we just have fundamentally different views on work. She seems to believe that work is insanely vital and blah blah blah, and I know I believe that work it's something that can be useful and you can find your own personal value in it if you want, but like, it should not be what we value people for, you know? Like, shouldn't we value people for their own happiness anyway, blah blah blah. We're not getting into this very touchy topic. If I had a job, I think I'd kill myself. Like, I'm not exaggerating here. I genuinely believe I would get suicidal and kill myself, because I had to quit piano lessons because I was so stressed from school. So I don't think I don't think a job would be ideal in this environment. Do you really think? And I also had to quit my job at the charity shop, which was only like, it wasn't that hard, okay? Being a sales assistant in a charity shop compared to being a sales assistant in like CEX, I can't speak from experience in both, but I can speak from experience in one. And retail is a much nicer job when the majority of your customers are like middle-aged, really nice women. So, you know, I was really behind in school earlier this year, and I'm still kind of behind, but I think I'll be okay now. I think I've kind of got the same thing going on that I did at GCSE. As much as I hate working under pressure, I think I work best under pressure. So, you know, I kind of require it to do well. I need the stakes to be relatively high. Speaking of which, I have sorted out my UCAS mostly. I've applied for all the unis. I just need to sort out some portfolios. Especially, okay, I'm not going to say which one it is because I've specifically put do not say where you applied to. But there's this one uni I've applied to that's like third on my list of unis I want to go to. And, you know, considering it's the one I want to go to third out of 5, I'm having to do so much extra work for this one portfolio, which makes sense because it's a much more popular uni than all my other options, but like, my god. Most other unis have been like nicer to me because I've got loads of things that could constitute for a conditional offer. Not conditional, circumstantial, I can't remember what it's called, but that kind of offer. And, you know, they all kind of have adjusted for that reason. And so is this mystery uni. If you can't tell by my mentions of a portfolio, I'm doing an art thing, specifically animation, which is probably not surprising to anyone who's followed my online presence at all. I discovered a really big love for prints, by the way. The etching prints, more specifically. And I'm not going to get into that, because I did, and I don't really think I have much to say. I've put here that I have to try not to mention uni too much, because it has absolutely consumed my mind. I mean, it's a very, very, very big thing. If you're going to uni, you know, it's a very, very, very big part like a very big milestone, I guess. And regardless of how well I end up doing in uni, I sincerely doubt I won't be able to go, but even if I, like, assuming that I can't, you know, that would be a devastating blow. I finally got counselling this year as well, which is long awaited. I believe I've probably had something wrong with me since I was about, like, 7 years old. Probably even earlier than that, because when I was about 5 years old, my brother let go of a McDonald's balloon, and I think I genuinely got PTSD. Like, I call it my balloon worry, and I got what I can remember, like, in hindsight, I think I got counselling for it. Or therapy, I don't know. Sorry for the buzzing. I'm recording this on my phone this year because my microphone's missing. Like, you know, I couldn't sleep. I was constantly thinking back to when my brother let go of this balloon. I couldn't watch balloons being let go. I couldn't think about anything being let go, really. Because I would get so insanely, like, distraught, which, looking back, you know, getting what I'm pretty sure was PTSD over a McDonald's balloon being let go kind of implies there's something much deeper going on in there that has been affecting me for a very, 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 very long time. So I'm kind of having feelings of, oh my god, I'm the worst friend in the world right now, especially because I've been really bad on the Christmas present department this year, and my friends have been really good in the Christmas present department this year. And I know that presents aren't, like, the big thing that they are, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they can still make you feel bad if you don't do well enough. And this is kind of ironic because 2 years ago, in fact, when I recorded that 2023 New Year's message, I kind of alluded to this, but I believe I was psychotic in the end of 2023 and the early 2024 because just everything that was going on. Like, I believe I was having hallucinations, but the biggest one that I'm talking about here is that I think I was delusional because I genuinely believed my friends hated me and they were out to get me, and I don't know why, because now I'm kind of having those opposite thoughts because they really do put up with me. Like, okay, fine, I will admit I do often say things like, oh, when I'm at uni maybe I'll get friends that are more like me, and I do want that, don't get me wrong, that's a pretty normal thing to want. My friends are very, very, well, most of my friends are very, very different to me. And it can feel a bit lonely when you're the only person in the friend group who listens to the stuff that you listen to and plays the things that you play. The only friend who dresses the way that you do, that kind of thing. But that doesn't mean I don't like my friends, obviously. Like, I do think they sincerely put up with me so much, and I'm so grateful for them, and I'm so happy to be friends with them, and if any of you are watching, which I doubt you are, hello, and thank you for being my friend. Thank you for being a friend. I can't remember how the actual tune for that goes. Oh! The last point I've put on this mental health bit is Lord knows what the future holds, which, yeah, pretty accurate. I never really think I could possibly predict what's going on in my noggin. I have so many hobbies. Like, believe it or not, I'm extremely chronically online, but you know what? I do have hobbies. I can crochet, I play a billion instruments, we'll get onto that later. I obviously draw, and I do all sorts of artistic things in general. This year I've played every single Sims title, the mainline titles anyway, and I can now confidently say that my favourites in order are The Sims 2, then The Sims 4, then The Sims 1, then The Sims 3. I do actually prefer The Sims 1 in some ways to The Sims 4. Most notably, The Sims 4 is the most corporate, and I can understand why it's arguably the most hated Sims game. But The Sims 1 is also a bit boring to play when you've played like any other Sims game. There are so many things that you just can't do, especially if you're playing the base game. So yeah, do keep that in mind. Now this is a controversial take because I put Sims 3 at the bottom, and that's generally speaking the community favourite. I beg to differ because it's boring and I hate it and it feels really, really, really corporate. Like, obviously The Sims 4 is actually more corporate than The Sims 3, I'm aware of this fact, but The Sims 3 feels way more corporate than The Sims 4 does, because at least The Sims 3, at least The Sims 4 feels a bit sillier and goofier, which is something that I really love about the first two Sims games. They are quite silly, they are quite goofy, especially Sims 2, which is why it's my favourite. And obviously Sims 3 is still The Sims 3, it's still silly, it's still goofy. There's some dumb things going on there, and that's good. But it's an ugly game, first of all. I don't like the sound of the game compared to the others. It's not a bad soundtrack, but like it feels so bland. Like I don't know how to explain it. If the other Sims games were decor, it would be like The Sims 1 is like this very 60s decor, which makes sense because that's actually the point. It's set in the 60s. The Sims 2 is like this, I don't know, it feels like a quirky little video gamey, alien-y thing. It's very Mark Mothersbaugh, but like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, it would be fun, a fun little room. The Sims 4 would be like current IKEA showrooms. So like it's still bland and corporate in a way, but you know, it's got some color in there. It's got some personality, believe it or not. The Sims 3, however, is like, it's like a whole like big impressive house, but then it's been decorated with like one single grey sofa and like a table. Like, it feels so empty. I don't know. But anyway, I could go on and on about how much I don't like The Sims 3, but I'm not going to because I would be here forever. I've also played SimCity now. I'm trying to get my hands on SimCity 4, which is only 50p, but like, you know, it's just getting to it. But I played SimCity 3000 and I love it. It was great. Yay. Also, I played Beat Block. If everything's going to plan, Beat Block is playing in the background of this video. It's a fantastic game and you should play it. It's a rhythm game and it's awesome and it's great. You can get it for free on itch.io. The demo you can get for free on itch.io. I play it on Steam. I've played it since it was a demo. Only since February though. And Early Access came out in, I believe, late September. I think it was the 24th. It's a fantastic game. I highly recommend it. In other video game news, alas, the Delta rot, it got to me. It got to me. It got to me. So if you've been following me for a long time, you'll know that I have been an Undertale fan for a very long time. Probably not as long as a lot of others, but you know. And I first played Deltarune when I was 11, and I forced it to run on my Chromebook. And I don't even think I finished it. Then Deltarune Chapter 2 came out and I was like, oh, there's a weird Deltarune resurgence. Okay, yay. And then the PS4 release came out and I did play Chapter 1, but I didn't play Chapter 2. I only think I played Chapter 2 this year. And then not long afterwards, Chapters 3 and 4 came out because, you know, I was playing them in preparation for that. Oh my god. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared for the future of Deltarune. Oh my god. Oh my god. I haven't watched that. I don't tend to watch clips, like little sneak peeks from future chapters, because I don't want to get anything spoiled. I want to go into it feeling relatively new. I generally speaking only like know things that might happen based on theories. I don't like to go in there with serious, I have thought about this, I think this is what's going to happen. I don't like to go into it knowing things that will happen either. So yeah. I also got my hands on a 3DS, which I have wanted a 3DS since I think the 3DS came out. I have wanted a 2DS XL, black and blue, since that came out, and I never got one, and they're still like pretty much the same price they were when they came out, so I don't think I'll ever get one really. But yeah, I finally got one, and when I'm older, I think I'll get, well, when I'm older, if I have enough money, I think I'll get Tomodachi Life, because of course I will, and yay! Also, I can play. I've got a bass now, which I'm not plugging it in, but proof that it exists. And literally just Christmas went by, and I got a guitar. So that's great. Yay! An acoustic, if you can't tell. It's missing one string, which there's a guitar shop nearby that I'm sure will be willing to put in that string for me, but considering I've just been talking about Deltarune, and considering there is a character in Deltarune who, you know, a missing guitar string, are you kidding me? That is so fitting, you know, expect something, possibly. I don't know if it'll actually happen, but, you know, expect. But maybe imagine that something is probably going to happen because of that. I've actually got somewhere in Blender this year. I only go on Blender like a few times a year, really. But you know what? I think I can make a rudimentary model and it can actually like be relatively okay. So, yay! I've put I need to log off, but when has that ever not been the case? Yeah, to be fair. Even when I was like, even before COVID, and considering I was quite young before COVID, like, I think I was 11 when the first lockdown went into place, like, I've always been pretty chronically online, so, you know, I think I was kind of always going to be the way I am. Driving is awesome. Yes, it is. Yes, it very much is. I've got a Fiat Punto and I love it. I love it so much. I love driving. I love it. It's great. I understand, you know, a lot of my peers, and by peers I mean the people who are specifically in the same kinds of circles I am, the type of person who I talk about when I'm like, oh, maybe I'll meet someone who's similar to me. A lot of them hate driving because either ethical reasons or because they're scared or both. I can understand the ethical reasons, to be fair, but I love driving. I love driving so much. I love it. It's great. I love it. Yay. I think my car insurance has run out. I know there's something weird going on with my car insurance at the moment, so I can't drive at the moment, but I love driving. I read a lot more this year, which is great because I haven't been reading much, you know, other than the occasional AO3 fic, I guess. But I started a Goodreads last December, and my cousin is on Goodreads, and he's my only friend on Goodreads, and he reads so much, so much. So I thought, you know, maybe I should be reading, and also I do English Lit and English language. Maybe it's a good idea that I'm reading a bit more, and I'm grateful I did, because I've discovered a book that I really love. I also discovered a book that I just hate so much, so there's that. But yeah, I have baked less, but saying that, I did just bake something the other day. I made lemon curd and blackcurrant jam tarts, not together, like separately. I didn't try any of the lemon curd ones, but I can tell you right now, do not, if you are making a blackcurrant jam tart, don't use heaps of Bon Maman jam. It's lovely on toast. It's lovely when there's like small amounts of it, but as someone who loves tart food, as someone who loves like sourness, it's oof. No, it's not good. It's not good. I get cheap jam for that, I think. And my final point on this list is the disgusting and evil man. I hate him so much. I'm the freak on a leash for you, baby. I hate him so much, bro. He's so evil. He's actually evil. He's the most evil. There is nothing more evil. He's so evil. He's so evil. Pascal Curious. He's so evil. He's like the most evil there's evil and then there's him. He's so evil. He's completely taken over my life, and there's like 2 games with him in it. There's The Sims 2, and then there's The Sims 2 PSP, and then if you count it, he's kind of like briefly kind of sort of implied to exist in The Sims 4. Because his niece is in The Sims 4. I'm scarred too. And like he's a Sims 2 pre-made at that. Like, at least if he was like a character from a single game or a single film, you know, he'd probably have some kind of story, but he's a Sims 2 pre-made. I mean, at least he's like one of the most popular ones. I don't know what I would do if my favorite Sims pre-made was like, I don't know, Bottom Summer Dream, or like someone from some kind of DLC. And I mean, at least things could be worse. I could be a fan of the Altos. That's not actually a laughing matter, I think. Like, can be as much as serious as I'm making it out to be. But yeah, my final thought here is, like, a week ago, maybe just a little bit over a week ago actually, I got some pucker, I don't really know how you say it, apple and cinnamon tea. It is so good, oh my god. If it were a bit later in the day, I'd probably be drinking it right now. It's so nice. It's so nice, oh my god. I can only ever find it as like Waitrose, but it's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's so nice and tasty and yummy, and it's like I've been drinking less coffee because I've been drinking it so much. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's so nice. Like, before this point, I've mostly been drinking in the herb tea department. Well, it's mostly fruit teas for me, actually. The Sainsbury's infusions, they do a strawberry, raspberry and cranberry one, and they do a blackcurrant and blueberry, and I feel like there's a third fruit in there infusion. They both taste exactly the same, and they're both insanely fruity, so I actually really do like them. And they're also quite cheap, but oh my god, this tea is so nice. It's so nice, oh my god. And I just recently got into the Twinings Glow tea as well. So, you know, I was drinking that, and then I bought a box of that so that there would be a herb tea that I like at my granny's, because she's always got like peppermint, lemon and ginger is her favourite, I think. And then there's always like a few others, like there's a chamomile one. And don't get me wrong, I will drink chamomile. I don't like peppermint, and I don't like lemon and ginger. So, you know, if I want a caffeine-free hot drink, the only thing I have there is hot chocolate. And I'm very picky about hot chocolate. It has to be either Galaxy hot chocolate or like actual melted chocolate in milk. So, you know, I can't, I'm very annoying about that. And, you know, so we bought loads of this glow tea, and then I've got that apple and cinnamon one because I've been wanting to try an apple tea for quite a while, and I didn't. Like, I had like 1 tea bag of that glow tea. It was so good. I'm actually like, oh, anyway, I think I had a good year this year, so I'm sure you can too. And also, I'd just like to say, if you've not been having a good year for the past like 5 years, I'm not blaming you for it, but I am saying maybe it's not a thing of I've just not had a good year. Oh dear. Maybe there's something a little bit deeper going on, and I'm not saying you definitely have a mental health issue, but maybe, you know, try to focus on things that make you happy, because like I feel like I see the exact same post every single year of, the past 5 years were terrible, please can this year be good? And it's like, you do have the power to make it better. Obviously, it depends on your situation whether or not, like how much better you can make it. But I sincerely believe you can, maybe the world won't be as good, but your personal world can be good. My mum is black, so I've been kind of scared about things like Reform UK, and I myself am non-binary and I have a lot of trans friends, so I've been scared about, increasing hostility towards trans people. Obviously, that's going to affect me personally, but that doesn't mean that I can't try to make myself happy in other ways. And I think that's what more people need to start doing, because, like, obviously there's only so much happier you can make yourself if you're, like, being targeted, if you are poorer, especially. I think that can be a huge impact. But you can definitely make yourself happy in the smaller moments, and all those smaller moments can build up, and you can have a lovely year if you really do just try to make small merriment for yourself. So, yeah, Happy New Year. Bye. 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 Hope 26 is good, but yay. Bye.